Hey Shelby Bells, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. In today's video, you guys, we're going to be talking about Mikayla. Yes, the new beauty guru on the scene, Mikayla. She's really kind of blown up over the past couple years. And during a time when the beauty community really wasn't thriving, Mikayla seemed to have really just made herself like a staple in the beauty community. She has over 12 million followers on TikTok, 2-something million on Instagram, and she is like working with all the top brands, doing all the things. Well, she's in a bit of drama. She has been in a lot of drama. I just haven't covered it lately. I wasn't sure if anybody cared, but it's time to cover it. It's a slow news day. I thought I'd do my makeup while we talk about it. So if you're interested in hearing more about that drama, make sure that you keep on watching. So you're saying Mikayla is in a bit of drama, isn't that right, dear? Okay, and you're saying that you saw it on Nick Snyder. We love Nick Snyder, isn't that right, Mia? I know we do. I'll tell him you said hi. Say hi, Miss. Okay, she says hi, Nick. If you're watching, Miss Kitty says hi. We saw on his Instagram story that Mikayla is in a bit of drama because we're gonna like talk about all this while I do my makeup or whatever, because I have some thoughts on it, and I'm gonna just like, I don't know, I felt like glamming while we do a video. We are talking about a beauty guru, so I figure what better time than to do my makeup while we film than while I'm talking about a beauty guru, right? She's in a bit of drama because she had this video up. It was like an interview or something, and she doesn't look her best, right? She like doesn't look like, she has like some texture, some bags in her eyes and stuff, but she is fully beat in the video.
Okay, can someone please explain this to me? This is Mikayla right here. You know her from TikTok, you know her from Instagram as well. She's always going to the market. Well, one of the reasons that Mikayla always gets called out is because she lies about using beauty filters in her videos. And I would like to use this still from one of her videos as an example, because I have never seen someone's face and bone structure just blend so beautifully. Well, yesterday an interview was released over on TikTok that had Mikayla in it right here, and a lot of people were in the comment section dragging her, saying, that's not the same person that we see on our TikTok, girl. So this is the photo in question right here, because the comments were turned off on the TikTok and now the video has actually been deleted. And my only question is, why lie? Like, why lie that you use filters and that you use a beauty filter in your TikTok videos, girl? You're a public figure, you're an influencer, you're gonna be out in public, someone's gonna want a photo, and guess what? You don't have control over that.
Well, if you compare it to other videos on her TikTok and on her Instagram and stuff, she looks completely flawless. Let's not forget, she went viral on TikTok for this like how to cover your acne video. I'm gonna play that for you now.
There's no question I got a lot of acne, but the most commonly asked fucking question I receive is, how do you cover that shit up? How do you make it look like you have none at all and no texture? I'm gonna show you how I cover it up with no texture, no flaws at all. You need 3 products, and I'm gonna show you what they are. Start with a sticky serum to fill in your pores. I like either the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid or the Exuviance Radiance Serum. From there, you need to prep the surface of the skin. Apply a sticky primer. I like Milk Hydro Grip or the Ordinary High Adherence Primer. And finally, you need a pot concealer. It has to be a pot concealer, not a liquid. Pot concealers allow you to create sort of a spackle on the face that hides the texture and covers the acne, and it dries down. If you don't use all 3 products in the right sequence, it will not work. First, apply the serum, apply the sticky primer. Now take the pot concealer and cover all the acne. Now let it sit for 2 minutes. Do not blend it. Go right over with foundation. Sorry, did you say acne? Yeah, we don't know her.
And it's like kind of weird because like it's no secret that she probably is very good at concealing her acne, making her makeup look flawless regardless of, you know, whatever she's got going on in her face. Clearly she has a technique and it works for her, but I'm sorry, you're just not going to get me to believe. I can't get my hair to stay like this. I tried to flat iron my hair. I don't know why I just had to do that in June in Houston. It's so hot, it's already curling, and I literally haven't even left my house yet. If you have super curly hair and you try to flat iron it and you live in a humid climate, because I don't want you girls from, or guys and girls from Arizona or Vegas or something commenting and be like, girl, you just flat iron and put a little hairspray and you're good to go. No, if you live in a super humid climate, let me know what you do in the summertime to keep your hair flat ironed and stay. Like, what products are you using, whatever. I do use what I think are some pretty good products, but it just doesn't like, girl, it's like already starting to curl again, and I literally just got done flat ironing, and I'm so annoyed. But I'm sorry, there's just not much that you can do to get me to believe that there is no texture showing on this person's skin, that Mikayla doesn't have any signs of any acne, and her skin just looks completely flawless with like no issues when she has issues with acne like that. Now, we're gonna get into all of that stuff because it brings me to a video that I watched that Dustin Daly produced a month or two ago. It was a while back. And it was like kind of like talking about Mikayla a little bit. Now, I watched that video for the first time today, to be honest, because if you want to be, I cannot, literally this thing is getting on my nerves. Because if you want me to be honest with you, like, I just don't have time to watch everyone's videos. I have like the best intentions to watch everyone's videos and to keep up with all the drama and stuff. But honestly, like when I'm filming 4 to 7 videos a week, I work 35, 40 hours a week. Like I just don't have time to like watch everyone's videos. So I was just not watching it for the first time today because I saw that IG that Nick posted, and it like the topic of her acne was a big discussion. Okay, I'm just gonna roll you some clips so you can see it, and while that's rolling, I'm gonna continue to blend this concealer in.
I was on the birth control pill for 12 years, and a few months ago I decided to get off of it. Let me tell you how it's affected me. Getting off the birth control pill after 12 years was incredibly scary, but it's one of the best decisions I've ever made for myself. I want to say it's been like 5 months now. So the main reason I got on birth control 12 years ago was because I had really bad acne on my back, and that acne is coming back. But I have to tell you, I got on it in middle school for my back knee because it was really affecting me in school. But now I'm not really bothered that I have acne coming on my back. It doesn't really bother me at all. So that's like one of the first things I noticed. So I do have acne on my back now, but it doesn't bother me. And I don't plan to do anything about it because I don't really give a shit. I have been getting a little bit more acne on my face recently, but no biggie. My mood is like 100% regulated. It's crazy. I seldom, I have depression, but I notice it's so much more controlled. It's not as aggressive as it was. It's not as intense. I don't feel like I want to die. So just the blessing of having more control over my emotions has been an absolute gift. Maybe this is TMI, but I really struggled with my sex drive when I was on the pill. You could have offered me sex with the sexiest man alive, and I would have said no. But I am happy to report, yesterday Cody told me he can't feel his legs. So that's great! But in all seriousness, my sex drive has come back, and it's come back fucking strong. So thank fucking goodness. It is tough not having a sex drive. It sucks, but I feel pretty good right now. My period has pretty much gone back to normal. It's not overly heavy, it's not overly light, it's just, I would say, a regular old period. Some people asked if I have PCOS. I don't personally experience that, but I give a lot of credit to people who do, because that shit is difficult to deal with. And I think you can see it. You can see my happiness and just the glow, and that getting off birth control clearly is working out for me. It really has changed my world. And I get asked this all the time, so I will answer it in this video. Did I get off birth control because I want to have children? No, I did not. I do not want children. I might have mentioned it in a video, but I have never wanted children. I have zero desire to have children. So yeah, I may never have kids. And I'm okay with that. I'm really happy with that, actually. Kids are not for me. I'm gonna be one of those people with like a shit ton of dogs and a dozen cats, but I personally don't think I will ever have kids. I don't know. And yes, I have talked to Cody about this. Anyways, I'm happy as a fucking peach. So that's my update. I'm still very happy I did it, and I will stay off of it. You are gonna start to notice my acne is gonna come back. My acne is gonna come back. And I want to explain why. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, and here's why. When I hit puberty, I started to develop severe acne on my skin. And also, I had really heavy periods that was so heavy that I would bleed through my pants in school. And it was really embarrassing, and teachers often did not let me go to the bathroom, and it was just horrible. So 10 years ago, I was advised to go on birth control pills because it would help with my acne, which was severe on not just my face, but also my back. And I didn't even want to wear bathing suits or tank tops because of how embarrassing it was. And it also would help my periods. So I did. I went on birth control pills. I was really young, and it helped all that. My acne subdued, my back knee went away, and my periods were nearly gone. But during that time, I also noticed that I developed severe depression. I was extremely depressed over the last 10 years, and I did not understand why. No therapy helped, no medications helped, nothing was helping. And it wasn't until recent years where I genuinely started to question what the hell is wrong with me, because I met the love of my life. I followed my dreams. I'm happy internally. I'm overcoming my eating disorder. Why the fuck am I still depressed? And it wasn't sitting right with me. And the only thing I could think of was the birth control pills. And I was fucking scared to get off of them, because when you're on birth control for that long, it practically owns your body. And I was terrified to get off of them, not knowing what would happen. I had an idea. I figured my acne would come back. I figured my period would come back. And my acne is coming back. My period did come back. But you know what else came back? My fucking happiness. I noticed I've been off my birth control pills for 2 months now. I don't feel depressed. I haven't felt depression in the last 2 months. It's fucking crazy, but I fucking knew it. I knew it. And I can't speak for anyone else's experience on the pill, but I was letting that pill fucking wreck my mental health. And I took the plunge and got off of it, and I have never felt happier in my life, honestly. You know, I had acne when I started my TikTok, and that happened when I was 21 years old. I don't know why I had acne at 21. It randomly came out of nowhere. I'm going to use other forms of birth control now. And, you know, was having no acne nice? Yes. But my happiness is way more important, and that's why makeup exists. But yeah, I wanted to let you know as my skin changes during this time. Following me, this was my skin last year. Just 1 year ago. And I think you can just look in my eyes or look at my face and see that I was clearly very depressed. I developed that acne at age 21. I had no idea it was coming. I didn't expect it, and it took a major hit on my confidence. It made me severely depressed, and it took me a really long time to embrace that it was happening to me. I am not an esthetician, a dermatologist, nothing like that. But that experience made me become very passionate about skincare, because I would have done anything to get rid of that acne. And I did. So yes, I'm gonna share my current routine that has made me feel peak confidence. It has left my skin looking like this with no acne. I've pretty much gotten rid of my acne scars, and I have minimal skin concerns at this point in time. And I think it's really important to embrace your skin every step of the way. I struggled with that, but I do want you to know that yes, I'm going to share this routine, and yes, this worked for me, but it's not maybe going to work for everybody. And I stumbled randomly across this routine. I never expected this to be my routine, but this has worked for me more than anything else I've ever done. And I'm really, really happy with my skin. And I'm honestly, you know, when you have acne like that and you get rid of it, you're terrified that it's going to come back. So I'm very consistent with my skincare routine. I do it every single day. I will not miss a day. And I take it very seriously, because I don't want my acne to come back, you know. Even if it does, it's okay. But I still want to work really hard to keep my skin this way. There's absolutely zero filter on my face, by the way. No filter at all. There are lights on me, and I need them because otherwise this room is pitch black, but I hope you can see my skin well. So I believe in a simple skincare philosophy. I don't believe you need 10 different things. I use 4 products every single day. This is my nighttime routine. Now, I use this because I wear makeup. It's the DHC Deep Cleansing Oil. It's really just an oil, and it removes my makeup so well. I've been using this for a long time. I'm a ride or die for this. This really is just getting that first layer of makeup off for me. But if you don't wear makeup, you don't necessarily need that step. I also want to disclaim that none of this is sponsored. I buy all these myself. I don't even remember why I started using this. It's the Shea Moisture African Black Soap. This is what I wash my face with. I get some warm water in the sink, I lather up the bar, and I wash my face with this.
I don't use any other cleanser. This is the blemish prone one. There are different ones. This is the blemish prone. I cannot believe I ran out of time on a 3-minute video. Go to Pat.
It's just weird because she claims to have had like gone on birth control, which personally I'm not a fan of birth control pills or any kind of hormonal birth control, just because, and it's okay if you are out there. I just find that it kind of made me, when I tried it, it made me literally go crazy. It made me have like super bad mood swings, made me super depressed. I was like literally a psychopath when I was on hormonal birth control for the time period that I was. So I will never go back on it. I don't want to experiment like that and find the right one for me. I just don't care. I'm not sexually active anyway right now, and if I was, I don't know, wrap it up, because like I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna put myself through I'm not gonna put myself through all of that, you know, mental stuff and like the changes that happen to my body and stuff because of that, when the guy, all he has to do is put a piece of latex stuff over his junk and then we're good to go. But if you use it, no, like whatever, like I'm not here to judge you. For concealer I'm using, or for foundation, excuse me, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This is my favorite foundation on the absolute planet. I'm literally obsessed with this foundation. I've gone through several bottles of it, and I keep a lot of different foundations on hand. Like I have the Maybelline Fit Me one right here. I have this Milani Screen Queen one right here. I have a bunch of just like tinted moisturizers and stuff, but I always seem to go back to this L'Oreal one, and this is like my 3rd or 4th bottle of this. And it's only like my 1st or 2nd of the other ones. So I literally use this stuff all of the time. But there's a lot of like contradicting statements about her and this, like where her acne came from and all of this stuff to begin with. And it's just kind of, I don't know, there's just a lot of like things that are not connecting as it pertains to Mikayla. In one of the clips, she's saying that she started to go on her birth control because she was having really bad acne on her face and on her back. And then she circles back in that other video that I played for you, and she's talking about how she only had it on her back. And I guess like all of this is kind of tying in to like her kind of like lying or, you know, deceiving her fans and her followers about the filters she's using on social media and on TikTok and on Instagram and stuff like that. Because word on the street is that she had this other video that I played for you where she doesn't quite look like herself, not flawless, whatever. She's got some bags under her eyes. She doesn't look quite as thin, all that stuff. Word on the street, and you know, angles and all of that are a thing. I get it. Sometimes there's just bad angles out there. I get it. I understand. But word on the street is that she had the people take this video down because she didn't look like herself. That's the word on the street. Now, who knows if that's true, but that's just the conspiracy theory that people have allegedly, okay? That's the rumor, that's the rumors out there on the street. And it's like, if that's the case, like why, it makes me think, why are we going and jumping through so many hoops to make it appear like we are just flawless without any kind of anything going on our skin when we have makeup on? I think that's a really big problem in the beauty industry in general, is that people want to think that makeup just makes like literally every bad mistake you've ever had in your life go away. It just makes you look like a porcelain doll, like a Barbie doll, and that's just honestly not the case. Like I have a full face of makeup on right now. I use my phone to film, so I can't filter anything. And first of all, this shade isn't the perfect match for me right now because I have to tan my body, but you can still see, like I put concealer underneath of my acne and this foundation on top of it, and you can still see there's some texture on my skin. And no matter what I do, you're gonna be able to see some sort of texture on my skin. You know why? Because I'm a human being. I'm a human, and my skin has texture, and I'm not a porcelain Barbie doll, and that's just the truth all day long. You know, if I did put that amount of makeup on my face to make it look like I'm a porcelain, you know, there's no flaws in my skin, I would look cakey to house. I really honestly would. And before you guys come for me for saying the house, this is literally just how I talk. I get all the time. If you're new here, hello, welcome to my channel. I get told that I talk like Rich all the time, and it's because we're friends and we hang out. But also, I was looking through my Snapchat memories and stuff, and this is like from like 2 or 3 years ago. I was saying the house back then too. I don't know, like, I don't know what people want from me, but I'm just me. But anyway, it just goes into this whole like thing that I really don't like about the beauty industry, and it makes me wonder if Mikayla's kind of playing into that. Another person I think is really playing into that, you know, like makeup can make you look like a flawless person, is that Meredith Duxbury girl. the one that like uses the copious amounts of foundation and stuff, and she ends up looking like, you know, it's totally flawless too. It's like, that's just not realistic. First of all, that girl Meredith is using the products incorrectly, and it's just the truth. Like, nowadays, when you have all these filters and stuff on Instagram, it's very easy to make yourself look completely flawless. But the thing is, you have to remember to be like straight up and transparent with your audience, because when you are out on an interview, or like somebody else films you out in public and you're in a full beat of makeup, you know, you don't have control over, like Nick said, you don't have control over the filter that they choose to use or the lack thereof. Now, while I'm not trying to say that Mikayla has been completely disingenuous with her followers, she obviously on TikTok does a lot of videos where she is, you know, sans any kind of makeup before and then transforms. That's a big thing that she does. Her fans obviously know what she looks like without makeup. I think that it's really messed up and just like a weird thing that the beauty industry does in general, and not just Mikayla. So this video is not attacking her, it's just kind of about that. They want to make it seem like if you use their products, you will look like a completely brand new person, and that none of your problem areas will exist anymore, and that's just simply not the case. Like, I'm sitting here blending my my foundation right now, and I'm looking and I'm like, oh my god, I think it's time for Botox. My I think I'm getting wrinkles, and I have foundation on. Guess what? I have primer and foundation on. Guess what? I'm a human. I have texture. I have things on my skin. I have acne. I have, you know, like uneven skin tone. I have redness. I have all these things, and just because I put makeup on doesn't mean that all those things are going to go away completely. It's just the truth. You're going to be able to see some of that underneath my makeup. It's just the truth. Unless I want to look like a cake face. I'm going to be using the Fenty setting powder in the shade Butter to set my face. I don't care what anybody says, I will never stop baking. I don't care what's in style or what the makeup trends are, I will never stop baking. By the way, if you like this style of video where I'm kind of talking about the tea while I'm doing my makeup, make sure you let me know in the comment section down below. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel down below, leave a comment, let me know so I know to make more videos like this, because I like doing this, it's kind of fun. I'll incorporate it more if you guys like it, so let me know in the comment section down below and I'll do that for you. Okay, I'm gonna do my brows off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I went ahead and I went a little overboard with the lips, as you guys may be able to tell, but that's okay. I went ahead and did my bronzer, my blush, my eyebrows, and my lip while I was off camera. I used the Jouer Bronzing Duo, light to medium, to do my bronzer. I love this so much. It's like one of my favorite bronzers. And I used the Heartbreaker highlighter palette actually for my blush today, because it has this, like, by Jeffree Star Cosmetics, it has like this pink shade in the middle, this one right here, and it's called Murderous Fun, and I used that for my blush because it's like a very pinky kind of like it's almost like a blush light. So I used that. I thought it would go really well with the kind of look that we're doing today, which the kind of look that we're doing today is going to be a pride themed look. I'm very like pride here with this. Over here I have my pride nails and everything. So we're going to be doing a pride look today just because it's going to be super fun. And also, if I'm wearing a crazy makeup look like this, then I won't be tempted to go out into the world like this. Maybe, who knows. I also went out in this look the other night. I'm thinking that maybe if it's not during the daytime, I won't be tempted to go out like this. Anyway, let's keep talking about Mikayla. So another one of the big topics of conversation about Mikayla that makes people just think that she's not as authentic as she wants to portray herself as online is the topic of her accent. So I'm gonna play you a couple clips of like contrasting clips, because one is like I think one of the very first videos she uploaded to TikTok, and the other one is how she talks like now.
Oh, hi. Do you have a face full of acne and you just can't seem to figure out how to cover it up? Watch this. I've been able to trick people into thinking I have no acne at all with these 3 products. First, Exuviance Radiance Serum. This stuff is sticky as hell, and that's what you need for your foundation to stick. Next, Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This stuff is the bomb. And third, the NARS Matte Concealer and a concealer brush. Now watch this. Apply the serum, apply the primer. Take your concealer brush with the concealer and cover up all the acne. Now, this might just be the most important part. Once you have the concealer on, don't touch it, don't blend it, leave it alone for 2 minutes, and then apply your foundation. And here's the final look. Oh, I'm sorry. What? What acne? I can't... what?
There's no question I got a lot of acne, but the most commonly asked fucking question I receive is how do you cover that shit up? How do you make it look like you have none at all and no texture? I'm gonna show you how I cover it up with no texture, no flaws at all. You need 3 products, and I'm going to show you what they are. Start with a sticky serum to fill in your pores. I like either the ordinary hyaluronic acid or the Exuviance Radiance Serum. From there, you need to prep the surface of the skin. Apply a sticky primer. I like Milk Hydro Grip or the ordinary High Adherence Primer. And finally, you need a pot concealer. It has to be a pot concealer, not a liquid. Pot concealers allow you to create sort of a spackle on the face that hides the texture and covers the acne, and it dries down. If you don't use all 3 products in the right sequence, it will not work. First, apply the serum, apply the sticky primer. Now take the pot concealer and cover all the acne. Now let it sit for 2 minutes. Do not blend it. Go right over with foundation. Sorry, did you say acne? Yeah, we don't know her.
And it's like completely different, right? Like there's like 2 different people. And she actually addressed this in a like interview, the same interview from before that I played for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll you what she said about that.
Mikayla, if people aren't longtime Mikayla stans like I am, they may not know that one of your viral videos, plot twist, is that you don't have an accent at all. It's
Yes.
a catfish of a different sort. And I remember being served this video, which I think the original may be private now. I'm not entirely sure. I can find it. I found it on YouTube. But tell us the backstory behind that, because it's kind of fascinating.
Yeah, so a lot of people do not know the backstory, and I don't know if you do, but I mentioned this briefly before, but my voice has been this topic of discussion my whole life. I've been bullied for my voice, made fun of for my voice, but a big reason I went to college was to get into radio. And so when I decided I wanted to speak in my first TikTok, I was terrified, because that was one of the biggest things holding me back, was my voice and just my accent and how I spoke. So I thought, all right, let me play this really safe and put on this fake like radio voice that people won't talk about. Because I don't want my voice to be a main point of discussion, because I've dealt with it my whole life, and I can only imagine what it's like on the World Wide Web. So, and I might be able to do it, but I basically said I forget what I specifically said in this video, but it was something along the lines of, do you have a full face of acne that you want to cover? And it was like very fake. And I look back at it now and I'm like, why would you do that? But I did it because I was so scared. I was terrified. And, I did get comments about how great my voice sounded, but I didn't get the, oh, what's the accent? Oh, you sound like a man. And so that's kind of why I did it. But I do remember a few videos later, I said, all right, why don't I just try to use my real voice, my real accent, and talk how I actually speak? And oh my God, the response I got was absolutely insane.
Kind of interesting, right? So she said that like she didn't want people to make fun of her for her accent, which is why she used like a fake voice originally, but like then she realized that she didn't care, and like people actually accepted her for her voice. I don't know, it was kind of like a weird situation, but I don't know. I think it all, by the way, you guys, for this look I'm going to be using 2 different palettes. I'm going to be using the Be Perfect Scepter palette with the Vivian, drag queen the Vivian, and then I'm also using like couple shades out of the Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag Facelift palette, because we're doing a rainbow look. So these are both like for drag queens, both these palettes, but that's okay. I think that just the entire thing in general just kind of adds to like the thought of how much can we trust Mikayla as an influencer and what she might be trying to sell. And again, this isn't a video to kind of bash Mikayla or anything like that, because honestly, like, I don't really know who she is, to be honest. Like, I literally don't I don't go on TikTok because I try to stay away from it. TikTok, I feel like once I get on TikTok, I don't ever stop getting on TikTok, and I get like down this rabbit hole, and I just don't have time for that. So I try to stay away from TikTok. So I'm honestly not like, I don't feel any type of way positively or negatively towards did I call her Miranda? Towards Mikayla. See, I can't even get her name right. But I think it's kind of important to mention this stuff when it comes to new beauty gurus and new big influencers on the scene, because I don't want us to make the same mistakes that we made in the past, right? I think in the past we just blindly trusted a lot of influencers out there, and it didn't necessarily turn out to our benefit, if you know what I mean, like with the Jaclyn Hill situation. There's been so many situations with influencers in the past where we have just kind of blindly trusted them and then ended up getting kind of screwed over and scammed. And I'm not saying that, you know, every influencer is a scammer. I'm not saying Mikayla's a scammer. I just think it's important that we highlight, you know, things that people do, because quite honestly, we've been done wrong in the past by these people. So I think it's important that we highlight this stuff so we recognize it and we don't fall for the same traps, and like don't forget, you know, that people on social media can be shady, can be sneaky. And I think that Mikayla has done some things that can kind of like show us that she does have the potential to be like that. I mean, we've been done wrong by James Charles, by Jaclyn Hill, by Jeffree Star, by even, you know, some people say by Tati. Nikki Tutorials recently got into a scandal about not disclosing, you know, different affiliate links and sponsorships and stuff. Which brings me to my next point of Dustin Dailey having some proof. By the way, guys, a lot of these clips I'm getting from Dustin Dailey's video. I don't know if I've said that or not yet, but we also have some proof out there that she's been not disclosing affiliate links, not disclosing different things like that, and even some drama about Mikayla not disclosing a sponsorship that she had.
I got a few more things that I found while researching this video that I also want to point out. You would think that Mikayla saying that she grew up watching YouTubers like Patrick Starr, Jaclyn Hill, and Manny MUA, that she would properly disclose that she makes commissions from people using her affiliate code. I get that this sounds a bit like me being a Karen and being like, this is what the rules say, but that's what the rules are for. That's what the regulations the FTC have put in place are for. Mikayla has a whole list of links in her link tree that are affiliate codes with no disclosure anywhere. And per FTC guidelines, even if it's mentioned in a video, if a link or code is used, there must be a written disclosure to go along with it. And the static link tree page that Mikayla has with codes everywhere just does not cut it. It is not up to par with FTC guidelines. And I cannot believe that almost at 12 million followers on TikTok that the FTC has not checked into this, because this is illegal.
It's because it's a target ad, really. So it's a target ad. You're filling content with a target ad. Well, why don't you just say this is a target ad?
I have an idea. It's not a target ad. See, it's interesting. I've gotten to this point in my career where no matter what I do, it's an ad, right? It's sad. It makes me really sad. Like, I can't even go to Target and make a fun-ass, enjoyable video without people saying things like this. I do ads a couple times a month because I am a content creator full-time, and we have to do ads in order to do this. I get to follow my dreams every day, and I have a fucking good time doing it, and I've only ever taken on ads from brands that I love, enjoy, actually use, and I would never recommend something I don't actually like. There is 0 point to doing that, and I get enough offers that I would never have to accept an ad just for the money. That doesn't even make sense to me. I feel blessed every day that I've gotten to do, you know, sponsorships and partnerships with brands that I actually grew up obsessed with. But it really does suck so much that no matter what I do now, people say like, oh, if there's a check involved, Mikayla will talk about it. Like, it's sad because like that's not true, and that video is not an ad at all. And I literally have done hundreds of videos going to Target and talking about Target. And it's only until I've gotten really, you know, to the 12 million followers that I have that people make accusations or comments like this, I guess. And it's just unfortunate because it really takes the fun away from this. Like, I make so many videos every day because I have so much fucking fun doing it. But for people to just be like, oh, you're just doing this for the check. Oh, you're just doing this for the money. Like, it's just like, can I just like have fun? Like, can I just like enjoy makeup? Because these kind of comments that I get really just like take the fun away. And like, I love what I do, but like, it's not an ad unless it says ad, sponsored, or partner. If it doesn't say any of those things, I have zero affiliation with the company, with the brand, with the product. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that because these kind of videos hurt, you know. Like, I put so much passion and love into my content, and I'm obsessed with makeup. I love makeup. So, just, you know, be a little more cognizant, I guess. I would never, it's against my character to not disclose something as an ad if it is. So, yeah. And to finish this, I think the real question is, why wouldn't I go to Target? Like, I've been going to Target every Sunday with my mom for my entire life. And just because I get sent makeup doesn't... Cody picks my full face of makeup Target edition. So here's the plan. Cody's going into Target and picking my full face of makeup with zero help from me. The man is clueless, and the Target beauty sections can be pretty big, so it's kind of intimidating. We spent a pretty damn long time in the beauty section. He was putting so much thought and care into each selection, while I would just throw shit in the cart and call it a day. But he's sweet like that. Some of these selections he was making were very questionable, and then others I was really surprised and excited. Hopefully I'll be able to create something magical with all of this. All I know is that Cody really did not want to let me down. Here he is, super proud of himself with all of his selections, checking out. Alright, time to get home and do this makeup look. This is a full face of makeup chosen by Cody, Target edition. Yes, we went to Target. Cody chose every single product in this bag. I didn't give him any help. So it's time to see how he did. There are definitely some questionable selections. More than half of this stuff I've never tried. This is the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Lovin' Color Correcting Primer. It's green, so the hope is that it would help with redness. I hate the feeling of these silicone type of primers. That is not something I would personally purchase. Okay, now we have the CoverGirl Prime and Glow Mist. I guess this is a prime and water for the face. It actually smells really nice. And it feels really good. I don't mind that. We'll see how makeup goes on top. Okay, bro, we know. He had to get this fucking massive beauty blender. Like, this is dry. Let me go wet it. It's the size of my fucking head, bro. Okay. Okay, what is this? I've never heard of this. It's CoverGirl and Olay Simply Ageless Foundation, and it has like a swirl in it. Didn't help him with shades. He picked shade Ivory. She is thick. Okay. It's a very soft sponge. This is a pretty good coverage. Hey, the foundation, it's not my best work, but it doesn't look bad. It's kind of nice, actually. Like, I think I'd use it again. The sponge is way too big, though. Fuck out of here with that. This is cute. It's a color corrector in peach. I actually have heard about this, so I'm excited to try. I'm just going to use some on my finger, and I'm going to use it before my concealer. Neutralize any darkness under there. I am extremely unfamiliar with this. This is from Pixi. It's the Pat Away Concealing Base. I told him to get a concealer. This says it's a correction fluid. It looks like a concealer. No? Oh, nice. Doe foot applicator. I'm applying it like I would concealer. It has a absolutely terrible chemical smell. You know, this sponge is just an inconvenience in my opinion. It's so big. That actually looks really nice. Wow, it's been a long time since I've used the Cody Airspun powder. You know, I think Cody picked it because it's called Cody. This is a very good setting powder, but the reason I do not use this, and I'm sad I can't use it, is because I'm very sensitive to fragrances, as you guys know. If you've ever used this, the fragrance is intense. I'm just gonna lightly set certain areas of my face with a brush. Such a good powder. What's the deal with all the Pixi products? Okay, so he picked a palette for the face. She is cute. This is cute. So we have highlighter, bronzer, blush. Okay, I'm starting with the bronzer. I think contour and bronzer are my favorite step of the makeup routine. I've decided. I think the bronzer is just okay. Blush. And highlighter. She's pretty. Okay, go to Pat 2.
I don't know, guys. I just think that in 2022... you know, we've been through this with so many people, and I feel like not like Mikayla, she's kind of like been able to sweep a lot of this under the rug and have it not turn into a huge scandal for her. And I don't really understand why, because she's very, very popular. She's got 12 million people on TikTok, 2 million people on Instagram, and she's doing a lot of the things, it seems like, that all of these influencers that we really, really like went hard against for doing the same things back in the day. Jaclyn Hill, you know, all these people for, you know, not disclosing sponsorships, for, you know, using the filters, for all of these things. We've been through this. We've gone through this with different people, and it seems like somehow Mikayla has been able to just kind of like skirt out of the scandals that come along with doing these types of things. And I wonder why. It's very curious to me as to how she's been able to not get wrapped up and controversy and not get canceled or not have a scandal surrounding this stuff when she's literally doing the same stuff that people have done. It brings up the point, like, do people even care about the beauty community in that way anymore? Do we just automatically assume that everyone's going to be doing this kind of stuff, so we're not surprised anymore? Like, how is she getting away with this kind of stuff? But then Jaclyn Hill didn't get away with it. Jeffree Star didn't really get away with it. You know, like, how did these people get caught up in controversy with it, but Mikayla seems to be skirting under the rug? It just kind of seems a little bit weird to me, because she has this character on social media that's like very happy, very positive, very this, very that. But then we're seeing, you know, before she became who she is today, that's kind of like not what she showed. Saying the things about her fans and how like it's so tough to be an influencer.
All right, we got Caesar salad with a little bit of Caesar dressing. You know, I'm feeling like a fucking asshole today, so I'm gonna clap back at people because I'm tired. I'm so tired. Every single day, I get up at 6 a.m. I spend about 5 to 6 hours filming video content that ranges from 3 to 4 videos, and I spend a few hours editing that video content. Then I have to work on my other social media profiles, whatever it may be, Instagram, whatever. It's fucking marketing. Then I'm in meetings from 12 to 5. I literally just finished working. It's 5:19. Try being an influencer for a day. Try it. Because the people who say it's easy are so far out of their minds, try it for a day. It is not for everybody. In fact, it's for a very small handful of people who can actually do this job. Because it's absolutely fucking insane. You do not want to have this job. I'm just saying.
Listen, okay, I will give it to whoever wants to say this, okay? Whether it's Mikayla, whether it's somebody else. When you are trying to make it as an influencer before you make it and you still have a full-time job and you're still doing all these other things, yeah, it's really, really tough. And I'll give that to anybody. Like anybody who creates a lot of content for their channels, but also like works a full-time job and does it, especially as a beauty influencer. Like if Mikayla still had her other job, I think she was working at Ulta or whatever before she made it. Like working a full-time job and being a beauty like person on the internet is extremely challenging, because the beauty videos, like this video is going to take me a while to edit. It's taking me a while to produce. I've already been filming for 40 minutes. I'm not even like close to being done yet. Like it does take a lot of time and a lot of work, and so I understand that aspect. However, if this is your only gig, like this is what you do, then like it's not that hard. Like being on social media is not that hard. Is it a lot to balance? Is it a lot mentally to juggle when people are saying things about you and doing all these other things? Yeah, that can be kind of tough, but at the same time, like it's really not that hard. Like, I mean, if I didn't have a normal job, this job would be so much easier. Like if I didn't have a regular job, then I could be posting so much more content than I even am. You think I post a lot now? If I didn't have a job, I'd be posting 2 times a day. I'd be posting on TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff all the time, because that would be my gig. So I don't know, when she said that whole thing in that clip I played for you, I just felt like she sounded a little bit entitled and a little bit kind of like ungrateful, if you will, for the entire situation. Okay, this is the moment of truth. Whenever you take the little tape off and you see if your lines came out straight. Yes, go off, elf. Okay, by the way, these are the elf little stickers that they made that you can put line and define eye tape is what they call them. These are like such a good investment. You can use regular tape, but these are like $2. I think it's cheaper than tape, and it's like, I don't know, it's just really good. So I highly recommend that people buy those. And yes, I did put them on after my foundation, and yes, it did leave a little bit of a line, but honestly, you can just tape like your beauty blender afterward, and like you can just make that like go away. It's fine. Okay guys, I'm gonna finish up the liner and the lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, and this is the finished look. I went ahead and threw on a Kiss Me Now Cosmetics lash in the shade Soulmates. It's a really, really bold, fluffy lash. I don't really wear very often, but I thought it was perfect for this kind of bold, fun, colorful look. It is a Houston Latina-owned brand, and I have her like website and everything linked in the description box down below if you want to pick up anything from their website. She makes amazing products. The gloss I'm wearing is also from Kiss Me Now Cosmetics. If you use my code, you do save 10%. It is an affiliate link, so I do get a little coin off that. but this video is not sponsored. Look at that proper disclosure of stuff. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this whole thing with Mikayla in the comment section down below. Do you think it's weird that she allegedly had this video taken down because there wasn't any filter? Do you think it's weird that she does put a filter on all of her stuff? Oh my god, there's like a lash. Do you think it's weird that she had this video allegedly taken down because there was no filter? Do you think it's weird that she uses a filter to begin with? Are you with me when you think that like skin has texture, skin has things and it's gonna show? Or are you like, hey, this is the beauty industry, we want the fantasy, we want that, and are you cool with that? By the way, you guys, I straightened my hair. My hair has not even been flat ironed for an hour yet, and look at it's already curling. This is why I don't curl my hair in Houston in the summer, and before anybody says anything, there's a crap ton of product in it already and all that, and it's still happening. I don't know. I just think that I'm not meant to straighten my hair in the summertime in Houston. I haven't even left the house. I've literally been sitting right here the entire time, and my AC's on 70. I don't know what to do. But anyway, let me know what you think about all this drama with Mikayla in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. And let me know also if you enjoyed this type of video, you guys. It did take me a lot longer to film, and it's gonna take me a lot longer to edit, but it was really fun. So if you like this kind of format, let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment, all the things, so I know by your engagement on the video that I should keep doing videos like this. And don't forget, all Shelby bells ring the bell. If you liked today's video, YouTube should be suggesting a couple more down here for you to choose from, so I'd love it if you did that. And aside from that, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.